Welcome to All For Geek, Episode 1, where we're talking about the top games of 2011 as well as what our opinion is on those. Not what the top games are, but our own top games of 2011. Today on the show, we have me, the Phil, and...
Me, that's Steve. And thanks, Phil, for having me on the show. And thanks to all the people who are going to watch this, all three of them.
Hopefully people who are watching our other shows, all two or three of them, our other shows of What's Gaming and Super Tech Hangout Squad, and even further back, like stuff like What's Can of Gamers and Show in Question. Hopefully some people will come and watch this new amalgamation of all these shows combined into one show that takes a topic and puts it in each episode.
Yeah, I hope so too, Phil.
Works out. So the first topic is the top games of 2011. We made a list. I think Steve should go first.
Okay. My list, I'm actually too busy to play any modern games. I heard lots of really cool stuff about Skyrim, but I don't know what it's about. Maybe Phil could tell me.
Well, speaking of Skyrim, that's my number one game of 2011. It might be a little close to the deadline, but I have to say, going on about 80 hours at this point of playing the game, I love it. And I haven't even gotten halfway through the game. It's just like a bunch of side quests. You can just play side quests throughout the whole game and have fun.
So what type of game is it like? Like what do you do in this game?
I would have to say it's like a Grand Theft Auto version of Final Fantasy.
Oh, interesting.
Like if you it's ancient Nord type stuff with the and there's dragons, and it's back. You're fighting with swords and archery, and the whole point is dragons are coming back from the dead, and you are the Dragonborn. You are there to slay the dragons. And while you're doing that, there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's happening in this world. Conflicts, political conflicts, racism, all sorts of stuff. And it's just a fun game all around. You can walk up to giants, they can punch you, and you go flying up into the air. Like, it's a fun game. So it's number one, no doubt.
That sounds like a really fun multiplayer game to play, right?
It would be, but it's not multiplayer. It's like Oblivion. It's basically a sequel to Oblivion.
Oh, okay.
And it's the next game in the series, basically. And Oblivion was touted as that one-player, massively multiplayer online RPG, but it's not online.
Okay.
It's amazing, though. I suggest you play it, Steve. Just don't play it on the PS3.
I'll get to it someday. Why not? What's wrong with the PS3 version?
The PS3 version is pretty much broken.
Okay.
If you save too many times, it causes the game to lag because it's loading all those save data.
Well, by the time I get to play it, because I'm still on the first Infamous right now, it'll be like 2016. I'm sure they'll have a patch for that kind of thing.
Hopefully. They already released a patch and made it more broken.
Oh. Well, they'll get it all sorted out by 2016 when I have time to finally play it. So
I got it on the PC. It's beautiful.
Cool.
My second game is WWE 12. I'm a wrestling fan. I love the wrestling games. This one is just they retooled the gameplay in it, the actual engine for the gameplay, and just made everything more smooth, a little bit more cartoony, but more smooth, and it's a beautiful game.
I really liked SmackDown 2010, I think. That's the one that I played, SmackDown versus Raw. And the reason I got it was because it had a multiplayer component in it. I thought it'd be really fun to wrestle online, but I don't think we ever played. Did we ever?
No, I don't think we ever did. We should, though.
Yeah.
It's just like a friend of mine, you probably don't know him, but his name's Justin, and he got the game the same place, same time as I did. We lined up and waited for the store to open, and we said, oh yeah, we're gonna go play online this week, blah blah blah. No, never happened because our schedules just don't mingle. I'm not an online gamer. I just never been an online gamer.
Well, I had fun setting up because you could create your. I'm talking about the different game than you're talking about, but I had fun because you could set up the moves and stuff. Like you could build your own custom
still do
finishers
that.
And stuff. Yeah,
it's just better. And now there's it was introduced in the last game, but it's more polished in this game. Physics. So all the tables and chairs and ladders, they break and fall with physics, not just a pre-animated bullcrap that was in the game that you played.
Cool.
Yeah. What other games have you been playing? You can name stuff that hasn't been in 2011.
Okay,
what has been catching your fancy?
Since you're going to, get rid of the rules, just so I can actually have one game to name, I'll take the time to mention Star Trek Online, Mass Effect multiplayer Star Trek game. I love it. I think it's the best MMO I've ever played. It destroys World of Warcraft, beats Lord of the Rings Online. Because I'm a big Star Trek fan, it's a lot more interesting than I expected it to be. Because usually MMOs, it's just you double click and it's just a grind fest. You're just trying to grind to level up. But this one, you can actually enjoy the content in it. They put out different episodes with a whole bunch of missions in each episode, and it's really fun because they're mentioning people from the show, from the movies, and different plot aspects that you're already familiar with. So it made it a lot more fun that way to play. Just already being a Star Trek fan, so I definitely recommend it to anybody who's into Star Trek. Check it out. It's going to go free to play this year, so definitely check it out.
And I think once we go free to play with that game, I will try it out and we'll do an episode reviewing it.
Cool.
Because that'll be interesting to see my thoughts compared to your thoughts. Because absent from my list completely is something I thought would definitely be on my list, Old Republic.
Have you not played that yet?
I played it. I played the beta. And I didn't enjoy it.
Was it? I want to know, because I've asked other people, and they haven't answered me honestly or directly. Is it really just Star Wars Galaxies with souped up graphics?
I haven't played Galaxies, but my problem is not the game itself. Like, I think the problem is the type of game. I think I'm just not into MMORPGs.
Yeah.
Until MMORPGs become what Skyrim is, but with multiple players,
yeah,
I won't enjoy them. And I think eventually it'll get to there, but it's not there yet.
Yeah, I'd enjoy it a lot more if the world was an open world and you could almost make up your own missions and things like that.
Yeah, I don't like going and saying, oh, you have three to five traps to break people out of, and then you're done that thing. Like, let me go on a mission, come into contact with some bad guys, and like actually play the game like you would in Skyrim or any other RPG out there, rather than giving me these stupid quests that have like this boring bullshit attached to it. I don't want to have to find 70 coats of this one pig so that I can come back and go on to the next quest. It's boring.
Yeah. And you played the beta, right? So do you still have to do all kind of walking and traveling just to get to the next quest?
Yeah.
To where you're going? Yeah.
Well, there's taxis or something like that. I didn't play much of it. It just bored me right away, and unfortunately, you have to hook me in quick to get me. I'm not a usual MMORPG person. I'm not going to stick it out because I know there's more to come. You have to get the new MMORPG crowd, the guys that are introduced to this game because, oh, it's Old Republic. It's like Knights of the Old Republic, but it's not. It's just boring.
Yeah. See, in Star Trek Online, they get rid of all that minutia. You just go, you click on the interface to grab your next quest. You don't have to walk up to some guy. You can still do that if you want to, but they've taken all the walking and traveling out of it. So it's more about the episode, the story content within. So.
All right. Well, we'll talk about Star Trek soon because I'll try it when it goes free to play. The next game that's on my list, number 3, is Magic: The Gathering 2012.
Magic, okay. That's like the card game?
Yeah, I love the card game. Like, that's our time, but we still have over 5 minutes, so we'll keep going. Magic: The Gathering, the card game. I love the game, but I don't really have friends to play with. Like, I don't have like someone here that likes Magic: The Gathering, and I don't want to shell out all that money. That's a lot of money to really get involved in Magic: The Gathering.
Do you have to buy decks for this?
Not
you played it on
in real life you
right?
do, but I play it on PS3,
PS3, all right.
Or I have been. I was contemplating getting it for the PC because I love it so much. But and the fact of the matter is, this game is good, but you lose interest in it because it's all the same stuff. Like, you don't get as much diversity as if you were playing random real life opponents who could have any deck, anything in their deck.
Okay.
So it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. You'll be into it for about, I'd say, 30 hours, maybe more, but then it'll probably lose its interest.
Now, do you have to know Magic, how to play Magic before
No, it'll teach you. It'll pretty much teach you, and it's only that one price. You can buy decks for the game, like extra decks and other things, but you don't have to.
Cool.
And it's pretty cheap, so check it out. You can buy it on pretty much anything: Steam, PS3, Xbox, just about anything. Anything else on your end?
Well, you said you had 5. What's your 5th?
Well, I have 2 more.
2 more?
2 more. I had Skyrim #1, WWE 12, Magic the Gathering.
Oh.
My 4th one is Mass Effect 2.
Okay. Another single-player game.
Another single-player RPG shooter type game. Really good.
All right.
And Scribblenauts.
Oh, yeah?
Scribblenauts on the iPad.
Okay, I did actually play Scribblenauts on the iPad this year, so I do know what you're talking about, and I'm impressed with it. Cool.
Yeah, it was first came out on the DS, and it was an amazing game. It blew my mind that you could pretty much call up any object. You have to solve puzzles and use objects that you come up with in your head. And there's a huge amount of things that you could come up with. If you say, oh, I want to solve this object with a fire-breathing cat, it's probably there.
Yeah.
I want to solve this object with a box of candy. It's probably there.
Now, you have the iPhone 4S. Does it support Siri? Like, can you just say the objects you want?
No.
No, I heard that.
Hardly anything. Well, I haven't tried.
Well, you gotta just try it. Not right now, but... Well, don't try it now, but you try it, because that's what I heard.
I'll take a look, and I'll tell you later.
All right, let me know.
and that's it. That's my list.
All right, that's cool.
So top 2011 games were good, and the next episode will be TV. Is there any other things you want to say about this subject before we go?
My New Year's resolution is to play more games and work less.
Skyrim, Steve. Skyrim.
Yeah. I'm not... Skyrim 2016. I've got to play Infamous 2 first.
Yeah,
so.
you have to wait until you have like 100 hours to play.
Why?
Because that game can be like 100 hours of play.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We'll see you everybody later. We're going to be back with episode 2, the top TV of 2011.
Cool. Bye.
All for Geek.com.